Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Ladybug, and we're going to do some stitching this morning rather than diamond painting. I'm in the mood to stitch today. Give my thumb a little bit of a chance to recover from all the diamond painting that I've been doing. Yeah, I'm about halfway done with that sunflower girl that I'm working on. And so I thought we'd do some stitching and listen to some pretty music and just sit there and relax and have a good old time. So I hope everyone is doing well today. I know I'm doing a lot better than I had been. I still got a little bit of a cough, but not as bad as it has been. So, like I said, we're going to sit here, and this is um, the particular pattern that I'm working on is the one that I call Happy Town, because it's got all these happy, bright colors in it. And so I call it Happy Town. Yeah. I was looking for um, that cat in the bushes last night and again this morning. I still haven't been able to find it. I don't know what I've done with it. It's here somewhere, but for the life of me, I cannot seem to find it. But like I said, eventually it will turn up. Come on, get in there. And so we're just gonna sit here and chat for a little while and work on my cross stitch here. And eventually, I may eventually take and start one of those embroidery kits that Miss Southern Belle sent me. And so I don't know when, but eventually. But I just, like I said, I got so many irons in the fire. I don't know how many uh, starts I've got that are sitting here pending. And that's not including the diamond paintings. So that's just the cross stitch. Now, yeah, the rack that I've got, I don't know what they call this type of rack that I'm using, and but it's a wooden frame, and it has a hoop attached to it, and if I can pull this thing out, I can give you kind of a better look at what I'm working with. Okay, so hold on. Oh, come on. Okay, let me get that out of the way. This is what I'm basically working with. Yeah, let me push that back. I can't see it. Light from the window is coming in and it's really, really strong. All right, how about that? Does that kind of help? Anyhow, this is what I'm working with. It's got a handle here and it's got a tightening and a tighten one each way like that. And it's got a 360-degree turn. So you can flip it over when you need to tie off. And so anyhow, that is what I'm working with here. And that way I don't have to hold it with my hand. And it's got, or it's on a kind of like a stand. This here is a and it's a tabletop type, and so it works. Let's put it that way. And it doesn't take up a whole lot of room, and it is solid wood. And I got it from Amazon several years ago. So, but a lot of people use those Q snaps, and they're great. They keep the material nice and tight. But unfortunately, the type of um, stands that they have for that for a Q snap is kind of on the expensive side. So I just make do with what I can afford. And I bought this one. It was a couple of 3 years ago, and I think I paid like $35 for it. And it's solid wood, so it's held up pretty well. And so it gets the job done. That way I can stitch two-handed.
Fatherhood is an adventure, so these must-haves for Father's Day should be part of it. I don't leave home without the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro.
I hate it when you have commercials.
It has up to 4 hours of battery life.
Get over there.
Its subject-centering technology puts all the big moments.
And there we go. And anyhow, I hate commercials. I thought this didn't have ads in it, but apparently it does. But unfortunately, YouTube is very picky and persnickety about any music. All right, the only music so far that I've been able to use is anything that doesn't have any lyrics or anything with ads. So anyhow, and that's why I look for ones that says no ads, but unfortunately, those are few and far between. Yeah. And what I'm doing is looking for something that says no ads. Oh, there's one. How about that one? Okay. Now this one says no ads. No, that's not going to work. Alrighty, let's see if we can find something else. Yeah, I have no idea what this one is. I'm sitting there trying to read it, and I don't know. It's got sounds of nature. Only thing we can do is when an ad comes up, we'll turn it off. Mm. Yeah, I was going to do a video yesterday, but I don't know. I here lately, it's just I'm tired all the time. Just, I don't know. I just have, very little in the way of energy. You know. Yeah. So instead, I searched for that other cross stitch that I'm trying to find. And then I sat down and just worked on some cross stitch. But I did also work on my sunflower girl. I did work on that. And then I watched a couple of videos, um, pertaining to diamond painting. And I watched, I think it was Crafting Enthusiast. I watched her live. So, yeah. Yeah, I go through bouts of where I don't know, I just don't have anything to say. And unfortunately, today happens to be one of them. So I hope you don't mind. Just me, talking every now and then, and the rest of the time listening to some real pretty music. I hope that'll be okay and it doesn't bore y'all to death. Yeah. I noticed that Miss Southern Belle, she's almost done with her pretty lady that she's working on. And Diamond Grandma, she finished one. It was a nostalgia type lady, like from the 1920s kind of look, and looked really nice. She finished that. And then Star, she's still working on hers, as far as I know. You know, and so tomorrow I've got to go to the driver's license bureau and renew my driver's license if I can pass the eye test. If not, then I'll end up with getting an ID instead. Because I haven't driven a car. I haven't been behind the wheel of a car in years. It's been several years. I haven't drove a car in probably 5 or 6 years. Because I'll be 69 here in a few days. And I stopped driving because of having a car that was broke down. I was around 62. So how many years is that? Too many to count. So it's been like 7 years since I drove a car, and so like I said, I don't drive anymore like I used to. At first, it kind of bothered me, but now it doesn't bother me a bit. You know, if I need to go someplace, I'll just let my daughter know that I need to go this place or that place, and she'll say, okay. And we'll just arrange it on the days that she goes grocery shopping. And so it's, to me, it's not that big a deal. You know, I don't really care much for getting out in the crowds anyway. I much prefer being here at home. That's why when I do have to do grocery shopping, I let my fingers do the walking. What I do is I'll pick it out on what I want or what I need, and then I'll put the order in, and then I'll arrange it to where my order and my daughter's order gets picked up at the same time, and she'll drive in and pick up all the groceries. Her, most of the time it's just her, but sometimes Jesse goes with her. But and that way I don't have to deal with crowds. I don't have to deal with people. You know, I don't know. I just don't care to be in amongst the crowds. I have, what is it, social anxiety, I guess. And I don't like being out amongst a lot of people. You know, I'm just that way. I've been that way for a long, long time. You know. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of this done the other night. All this yellow, all of this, right in here and down in here and here. All of that I got done the other night. I'm working on, I can't remember what number 4, which is, the DMC is 742. Okay. And so anyway, yeah, because I got a lot of this in the center. I got all of that done and along in here. But I just steady work on it, you know, eventually it'll get done. Yeah, and my daughter said there was a stray cat in the neighborhood, and the girls were out on the porch last night, you know, after dark, and they were having a good old time. And all of a sudden, Lily started hissing and growling and carrying on like there was a monster out there. And the only thing we could figure is it's probably that stray cat wandering around. And oh my goodness, she made a lot of fuss. And when my daughter went out there to check on her, because I was in the bedroom, um, Melissa said that that the Lily was more than ready to come in. She'd had enough. There was a boogeyman out there, and she wanted nothing to do with it. So anyway, yeah, I try to let them out, you know, because during the day it's just so cold, so hot, and so I can't sit out there with them because it's just too hot. And then, so I try to let them out, you know, in the evenings when it's a little bit cooler.
Indio by Big Rig Media, your 360-degree solution for RV park and campground management. Launch, manage, and grow
Hang
your
on.
business with our advanced booking and custom marketing
Oh,
platform.
would you come
Booking
on
sites
already? All right. Hang on, I got somebody at the door. Oh. Okay, that's it? Okay, thank you. I got some stuff from Temu. It ain't nothing. What it is it's some scrubbies that I got from my daughter. Nothing spectacular, just scrubbings for the doing the dishes. Yeah, there's 4 of them in here. It only took a month to get here. Jeez. But anyway, so we are going to continue to do what we do. But sorry about the interruption there. It was my grandson. He was knocking at the door. He's saying the mail is in. So anyway. Yeah. Yeah, my daughter must have already left and gone to work. Yeah, it's 2:56 right now, and she has to be at work by 3. So she has left apparently, but that's all right. It's okay. Mm. Anyhow, there we go. So what is everybody else doing? Because I know everybody is working on some projects or some um, themes. What is not themes? And through other channels having challenges and stuff that they've got out there. So I gotta look in my book and see what's coming up for July. Yeah. Yeah, I ordered some stuff from Amazon. Most of it's birthday presents. And so, and that's supposed to be coming in tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I think it's supposed to come in tomorrow. It's diamond paintings, of course. And so, anyway. Yeah, eventually, once I get my driver's license and whatnot, I'm going to order something from, like Cool Deals or Fanzels or something like that, and see what kind of tariffs, how badly the tariffs have hurt them. And if it's as bad as Temu, I don't know. Yeah, Temu is ridiculous. They're charging 3 times, 4 times what they were charging. And thing is, people shopped at Temu because it was budget friendly, and now it's not. So, unfortunately, yeah, I got a couple of diamond paintings that are supposed to be coming in from Temu if they ever decide to get here. Yeah. Get over here. Unfortunately, sometimes my left hand doesn't like to cooperate all the time. The one thing I like about cross stitch is that when you get it all done and whatnot, first off, it's really pretty because it has really nice stitches. Okay. The second thing that I like about it, it has that feel of almost like a tapestry, almost, and which is kind of neat. So. Mhm. Yeah, I need to get in here where the blue is and work on that a little bit too. And I'm not sure what color that one is. I think it's green. I think it's this color green right here. So we'll see. Now, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, hitting that like button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. You know, I'm going to try to do more stitching if I can on this channel. I do a lot of diamond painting and stuff, but I also want to be able to do a lot of stitching as well. And so, number 6, I'm just curious as to what color that is. I think it's green, but I'm not positive. Let's see, 3. Yep, it's green. It's kind of that real pretty lemony, almost a really pretty green. Yeah. Yeah, see, it's this green. That's pretty, isn't it? Next green is this one, number 7. I love this one. I love that color. It's kind of almost like a yellowish green. It's really pretty. This is grass green. This is what I call grass green. But anyhow. But yeah, and I think that's what goes in where these blue triangles are. So. And then where I have the, come on, where I can't see that hole. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. This green here, like right along in here, and it follows all the way up. That's actually 310. Okay, that's down in this area. Yeah, but all of this that's looks like the stalks of the trees. That's all 310. So anyhow, I had a cup of tea this morning. Had me English breakfast tea, and I had a croissant with some butter on it for breakfast this morning. Yeah. Yeah, well, it was kind of like more like a brunch because it was a late breakfast because it was after 11. And then, and so I'm full from the croissant and the tea. So I probably won't eat again until later on today. Yeah, my daughter, she's making a cheesy, it's a chicken, broccoli, and cheese casserole for dinner tonight. Yeah. And last night we had a beef and rice and a big old chef salad for dinner. You know, no, that salad just hit the spot too. Boy, it was very good.
Businesses everywhere are turning to Gusto for payroll, benefits, and more. Save time. Save money.
Mhm. I hit the mute button so I don't have to listen to the doohickeys, the ads. Yeah, I can't find one that doesn't have any ads. So I was perusing the music this morning and found one um, for the 70s. And it had rock and roll from the 70s. And oh, goodness. And so I was listening to that this morning. Yeah. I enjoy the 70s music. That's the era that I grew up in. Yeah, late 60s, early 70s. Yeah, but the rest of the time I listen to classical. You know, or easy listening. Yeah, I got a little bit of, I'm kind of eclectic in my choice of music. Now, the modern day rock and roll, man, I really care for that. And I don't mind a little bit of the country, but I've just gotten kind of old fashioned in my taste for music. Yeah. I like to listen to Christian. Yeah, I like to listen to Christian music. So, like I said, I'm very eclectic in my choices of music. Yeah. Mhm. Now you can see I don't stitch it very fast anymore. I used to be pretty quick, but no, not so much. Man, getting old and starting to slow down, I guess. Yeah. Mhm. 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 I hope that music's not too loud for y'all. I'm tempted to lower this table, take some of the pressure off of my arm. Oh, hang on. Is it okay? Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I just sometimes eat with the tables up too high, my arm gets tired. And so I have to lower the table a little bit so that it's not pulling against my arm and against my back. Mm. Come on. Yeah, I was watching Swamp People the other night. And then I was watched that for a little while. And then I was watching, it's an old show. It's on YouTube. It's called Monster Quest. I like watching that too. And then, let's see, what else did I watch? Oh, well, I didn't, not so much watch as listen. Okay, there's this YouTube channel that I listen to, and it's called Paws and Whiskers, and it's stories about cats that have been rescued. And they're really nice. They're nice stories, and they have happy endings. I like stories with happy endings, and so that's what I listen to. And if anybody's interested, um, it's Paws and Whiskers. So. Mm. It has stories about rescue cats, where they've been abandoned or whatever, or surrendered, and how they meet up with people, new people for their forever homes, and the stories behind them. And I enjoy listening to stuff like that. It's not like the news where it's nothing but bad news. You get so tired of listening to that. I feel for the people in the big cities, especially Los Angeles, where they're being, where the riots and stuff are going on. All we can really do is keep them in our prayers, and hopefully things will calm down. But anyhow, to me, violence is not the answer to whatever situation has come up. Violence is not it. And unfortunately, today, the way things are, too many people think that violence is the answer to their problems. And it's not. It just compounds and makes it worse. So, all we can do is pray for them. And hopefully, God will take a hand in there and bring that violence and that hatred to an end. Like they say, God is good all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I take literally, I take my life, and God says, that yes, we have to live in this world, but that doesn't mean we have to be a part of it. And I take that literally. I do not want to be a part of the insanity of this world. And that's the truth. Yeah, we're getting there little by little. Yeah. I may take and lay down for a little while after this. Getting kind of sleepy. Come on. Yeah, I had a kind of a up and down rough night last night. I was restless and I couldn't sleep. I stayed up until about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I went to bed, and I was just restless and couldn't seem to settle, and just, one thing after another, up and down, up and down. And so I don't know what the deal was. Mm. Yeah, when I listen to music like this, I get very relaxed. And then stitching also relaxes me. So what happens is I end up getting very sleepy. uh, yeah, we're almost done with this thread. I think I can get one more stitch in before I have to tie it off. Yeah. There we go. That's the last stitch that I can get in. Whew, okay, let me get rid of this. Yeah, and see what I do is I undo this, and then it just flips right on over, and then I can weave this in underneath the threads like so, and then just trim it off. Mm-hmm. There we go. Looks pretty good. Got a little bit done, not much, but got about 45 minutes in. But that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now comes the fun part. Separating a thread. You get a thread and then you have to separate it and split it to where you got 3 threads in each one. You have to have 3 because this is an 11 count. And so you have to just sort of kind of play around with it and slowly unravel it. Come on. There we go. Yeah, sometimes it'll undo with no problem. And then every now and then you get one that just wants to be stubborn. Like this one, for instance. Come on now. Alright. Got it all the way to the end and it decides to do a number and do a knot. Let's see. There we go. Got it. And then what I do is I take this extra one, right, and put it back on my thing, like so. Yep, and put it back on my thread drop. And then there you go. And that way it's there for the next round. Yep. I have to try to Here we go. Get my handy dandy threader, like so. Yeah, if I had to try to do this thread it the old-fashioned way, I'd be here for the next week trying to put the thread through the hole. And I don't feel like doing that. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, after a certain period of time, I usually end up, my eyes start getting tired. Yeah. Mhm. Come on. Here we go. Mhm. Yeah, I think I'll finish this little patch right here up, and I think I'm gonna get off of here and probably lay down for a little while. Ah, every now and then you get a little knot. Yeah, so let's see if we can straighten it out. Come on, let go of it. There we go. There we go. Fix that problem. Oop, sorry about that. I didn't mean to bump you. Yeah, yeah, I've kind of got the camera and the light kind of looking over my shoulder, so that way you can see what I'm doing. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I was doing some diamond painting the other night, and I was using that electric or electronic pen, and it was pretty good. It definitely got the job done. Yeah. Mhm. But I still prefer. I mean, I like it. It's good if if your hand is hurting. It's really, it works good for that because you don't have to put a lot of pressure on your hand. But I still prefer my regular diamond painting pens. You know, I don't know why, but I do. So, oh, come on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was listening to this one um, music channel, and they were playing El Shaddai, which is a really pretty song. And yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I think tomorrow is Stars devotional. I think tomorrow. Yeah. And sometime later today, um, motivational Monday with Kentucky Philly is on sometime today. I'm not sure. I think it's in the evenings. I think. Mhm. And I'll be watching that today. So as you can see, I'm having such an exciting life. Yeah, I sit in here and I stitch or I diamond paint and I face the window and I got the curtain pulled back so I can look out. And what I want to do is I want to get a a pole, I guess you call them, and hang some bird feeders on them on it, and that way we can watch the birds this summer. Well, right now the girls are laying on the other desk behind me, and they're sleeping and getting away with a quiet time. And I'll let them out again this evening as long as it's not raining. Because right now here in North Georgia, it is right now it's 80 degrees and it's very humid. So needless to say, I'm hibernating in my room. And they say that we've got rainy days coming. So, oh well. Well, that one's all done right in there. Let me get in here. Get these three right here. Yeah. And then I'll tie this off and get off here because I'm sure it's been close to an hour. Almost. Hmm. Yeah, so the next time you might see this, all right, it'll probably have a lot more progress done on it. Or at least I hope so, anyway. um, yeah. There we go. All done on that one. So, well, that was easy enough now, wasn't it? Yeah. Right here is the reason why I like this thing, because it just flips with no problems. Yeah. Figure I'll go ahead and get this started, and then wrap this up here. And I think I may, like I said, I'm gonna go lay down, take a little rest my eyes. Then I gotta go empty the dish drainer. Yeah, put the dishes away. And if the washer is empty, which I don't know if it, well, probably not, because Jesse's got to wash some clothes for work because he has to work tonight. Oh well, maybe tomorrow. Thought I'd do some laundry tomorrow. I was gonna try to do it today, but he has to have clean clothes for work. So, went through the wrong hole. The good thing about this is if you catch it soon enough, you can backtrack. And so it's what I call easily correctable. But if you don't catch it as soon as you make the mistake, then you end up having to really do a major pulling stuff off of there. And oh, come on. And so I try to watch what I'm doing and pay attention, kind of thing. That way, if I make a mistake, I can easily correct it. And we all make mistakes, believe me. Mm-hmm. There we go. And so anyway, oh, further down. There we go. You can tell I'm starting to get tired. I'm not paying it as close of attention as I should be. So we are going to end it right here. I'm going to put this up through here, like so. Put it down like that, where it's ready to go. And there, I'm done. For now, anyway. Alrighty, well, y'all have a good day. Try to stay dry, because it looks like it's getting ready to rain again. And take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we will see you probably tomorrow. So have a good day. God bless you.